Hello, hello. Mic check. Hello. Mic check, mic check. Yahoo! Hello, Soul King. How you doing today? Is it working? Am I live? Is stream? It is stream is off. How you doing today, by the way? Match it. Tylo late to the party, as usual. As usual. Am I... Can you guys hear me? Am I live? Yeah? Okay, okay. Because we had 8 people and then out of a sudden we went to four people, which usually happens when we go for like schedule screen to like actual live. I don't know if you guys hear me, but or I mean nah. What do you mean? Uh he trolling, you're good, Tylo? But yeah, I don't know if you guys hear me. Hey, Soul King. I don't know if you guys hear me, but or heard me actually. But yeah. Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? I know this is an early one, but to be fair, when I got up this morning, I realized there was a lot of people that got to see like an actual demo um, of Monster Hunter Wilds. Not only that, but they have new information on their website, which I didn't know about. Maybe you guys already heard of it. Maybe you guys already read about it. I didn't. And since I didn't, I actually wanted to, discuss with y'all because I know as not only I am excited, I know you guys are. So I do like having like these conversations about, shit that I'm excited about. And Monster Hunter World is one of them. Good morning, Cake. How you doing? How you doing today? So yeah, I decided. You know what? I'm going to have a look at these things that that I noticed are here. Um, and yeah, I wanted to see what you guys' opinion is on it. To be fair, because at the end of the day, I feel like this is one of the most like expected games of the year, right? So yeah, and there's also a second trailer, which I don't know if I saw the second trailer. I don't know if it was the Game Fest one or not, but nevertheless, let me actually share my screen because I'm not sharing my screen. Okay, is it working? No, definitely among most anticipated of 25. I think so too, Nizov. I think so too, and that's exactly my point. That's exactly my point. Like I'm at least speaking for myself, I'm really fucking like excited about this. I truly am because not for nothing, I just have a feeling and it's not copium or anything. I just have a feeling because at the end of the day, how can it be copium with Monster Hunter? Monster Hunter is just, as I mentioned, man. I wish I started playing Monster Hunter way earlier than I actually did, and started grinding the game way earlier than I started. But I didn't really listen to Yondo, which I should have. Like, to be fair, I should have. I really should have. Because, yeah, the game is just, it's too good. It's too good. And I'm talking about World, by the way, specifically, which was the one that I most loved. And to be fair, it's the one that it's going to have more like similarities to Wilds in general, or the other way around. So Wilds gonna have more similarities to World. So yeah, I wanted to watch the second trailer because I wasn't sure. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not 100%. Let me see this one. Okay, yeah, so this was the first one. I do remember this one.
Ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
I hope we find them soon.
I do remember this trailer. I don't know if I saw the second one though. All I care about is crossplay. Match it. Crossplay is gonna, it's confirmed. It's gonna be in Wilds. It's 100% confirmed. Giggity. What's up, Corn Dog? How you doing today, man? To be fair, this is funny. I've never actually watched this trailer with the actual sound that they have in game. I love the talking palico. Wait, there's the talking palico?
On its back.
That is something that I didn't notice.
Now to lead it away from the pack. We'll make for the desert.
I don't remember watching this trailer with the actual sound, man. Like, truly. Wait, does it really? Go back, the Palico says, hey, and this is gonna be great. Wait, what?
We can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great.
Oh, you're right!
I hope we find...
Oh my god, I didn't even notice!
Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
Do you know what's funny? I'm gonna let you know what's funny. One of the things that they talked about from the people that actually saw the trailer and had some more information about the game, like in-house, so to speak, they said one thing, and you can actually see it here. I think they tried to like give that hint over here. They said one thing. One of the things is that the board, the quests board is gonna go away. There's not gonna be a quest board anymore. Did you guys know about that? And you can actually see it here. I think they actually tried to hint that over here. Yeah, I was about to say that Gigi D is the hive from Corn Dog, pretty much. Yo, Anishi, how you doing today? Did anybody know that the quest board is gonna go away? I'm actually intrigued. So basically what they mentioned was that the quest board is going away, and the way that you're going to start quests nowadays is more in perspective of like open world RPG. So basically you just go out like if you were going to an expedition, right? And then you just have the monsters walking around as it is on world. And when you do start like a hunt, for example, it doesn't matter, like let's say I started a hunt versus Rathalos, right? And there is an actual quest on the world, on the expedition, so to speak, that is about hunting Rathalos. When I do start that hunt, it starts up the quest, or I decide to just, you know, go to the map and decide to start that own quest, and then I start the hunt, which therefore starts the quest. So that's pretty much kind of like, it's not 100% sure how it's going to work, but they did show some parts of it, of how it is. So you're not gonna have the quest board, you're actually going out into the world, and then within the world you can decide to go for whatever quest you want to go for. If it is the hunt, like hunt Rathalos, then you just start that quest right up, and you just go hunt the quest. Go hunt the Rathalos. I heard about the board going away. Yeah, That is one thing that I've only heard about it this morning. That's why I'm here. I wanted to actually see this for myself and discuss this for myself because yeah, I just got really really excited with all of the changes. I think there's but then again, we haven't played the game. There's not a demo out yet. That sound kind of sick. I think so too. I think like that's exactly where my point was going, Soul King. I think that a few of the changes that they did is, or a few of the additions that they added to let's say a Monster Hunter game are actually W's after W's after W's. I really feel like it. So that's why I kind of got really fucking excited about. Will crossplay? With crossplay, I will be greatest HH player easy. Let's go, bro. My internet is struggling so bad right now. I'm like hearing parts of sentences from Thai. What the fuck is happening? It's all good, Corn Talk. So yeah, and one of the things that I actually think they kind of gave us the hint here, but we didn't notice, is right here. Listen. Now commencing the hunt. This is kind of what I think it's going to be like. And the fact that they did like now commencing the hunt, I feel like it's kind of giving that same hint. So I'm glad nobody talked about this before, and now that it's actually confirmed it's going to be this way, I think it's more interesting right now.
By order of the guild.
At least it made me think of it, right? When I saw the trailer the first time, I didn't have any sound, like in-game sound, so the actual talking and all that. So I didn't actually notice that the first time around I saw the trailer. But with this new information that I just saw that they were going to add, I was like, bro, they actually hint that over here. This monster looks so cool. By the way, now that I'm watching this part as well, I remember another thing. Yeah, they confirmed that the map is going to be seamless. It sounds like there might be a couple instance zones too. What do you mean by that? What are instance zones? Oh, I'm intrigued now. Well, while these off types, I'm gonna say one thing that I remembered as well, or that came to my mind, which is I think one of the reasons why they showcase so much the HBG, so the heavy bowgun, it's because apparently all of the weapons, they don't have a new weapon, by the way. They're not gonna launch a new weapon. So that answers one of the biggest questions that I had, which was, is there going to be a new weapon? But they did rework most of the weapons, if not all of the weapons, by the way. Like a zone separate from the main map, like Kultarov. Oh yeah, they also mentioned that. I think they also mentioned that. I don't think they like legit said that was going to be the case, but they did mention something about it. To be fair, if they do mention something about it, it's because it's probably going to happen, right? LBG and HBG are endgame weapons. Well, you can't really say that in this game though, because first of all, we haven't even tried it. And second of all, if they are having a big rework, like all of the weapons, couldn't it be that they are making the weapons more like playable in the beginning of the game? Like certain weapons that were actually not that playable in the beginning of the game. I'm looking forward to weapon swap. I can finally run the only weapon better than CB, 2 charge blades. Yeah, that's another thing. They confirmed, so there's weapon swapping, right? And they confirmed as well that you can actually use 2 two of the same main weapons. So as Nizov said, you can actually have two charge blades, which was something that I was intrigued. Like, could you do that or not? And you can actually do that. You can actually do that. It's Monster Hunter. You must upgrade weapons. Well, if you go down that path, none of the weapons are good for early game then, right? Because you have to upgrade all of the weapons. It doesn't matter which weapon you're using, you will have to upgrade eventually. That's part of the game cycle, right? But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say here is that the weapons are having reworks. Now, are they having reworks just to change it out? Yup, said Mechi. Yeah, so are they having reworks just to change up a little bit how they function in terms of, like, you know, for people to have the sense of, I'm playing a different weapon, even though it's the same weapon I played in previous Monster Hunter Worlds? Because you had that, right? You guys mentioned it to me. You had a lot of reworks throughout the saga, throughout the Monster Hunter games. But the one that they are like really like emphasizing is on this one. They did mention that they don't have a new weapon, but they did say most of the weapons, if not all of the weapons, had a big rework around it, you know? And that to me was kind of a big W, because at least not only changes, like at the end of the day, not only changes a little bit of the way you play the game, of course, the way you play the not the gun, but the weapons, as well as there is still a certain mystery of will it improve early game, will it improve late game, will it end game, mid game, whatever you wanna call it. I'm wondering a lot about that. But yeah, one of the ones that had big reworks were the range weapons, apparently. So the range weapons had let's say, they looked at it and they changed a lot of things, apparently. I don't know why they didn't specifically said what, but they did change a lot of things. One of the things that you also are going to have now, because I don't know if you guys knew, they are dropping the Clutch Claw and they are dropping the Tenderizing. That's not going to be in the game. They said that won't be in the game. But they do have a new mechanic, which is similar, or they try to replicate the Tenderizing with the new mechanic. And the new mechanic is, eventually, while you're hunting and like fighting a monster, the monster will actually start getting like wounds. They called it wounds. And those wounds, highlight in red, in terms of if you keep hitting those wounds, it would do like, it will be like a crit damage, or you will do like, you will do like extra damage and stuff like that. Well, Tenderize via Clutch is gone. Yeah, exactly. But they did add that new mechanic, the wounds mechanic, which is, it's pretty much to do the same thing as Tenderizing, right? So eventually you will, you will wound the monsters, and then the wound mechanic is basically Tenderize, just triggered differently. Exactly. So that's my point. I do think it's better, to be fair. And what I mean by better, I think it adds more immersion to the game than just clutch clawing and tenderizing. I think it makes more sense for the game itself. I truly do. I like that. From what they explain, I think I will like this new mechanic better. Mantles will be back. I didn't know about that. That is something that I actually didn't know. I do know the mounts are back as well. You'll be able to mount the monsters as well. Not having to clutch makes it immediately better without even having to get my hands on it. I 100% agree with that. Yeah, mantles are confirmed. Wow, I didn't know that. There you go. That's why I wanted to be here and do this, because yeah. Holy shit. Okay, so mantles are back. Mounts are back. Not using Clutch Claw is a W. Mantles are a great utility tool. I love them. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. I think like mantles, on the contrary to like clutch claw. Clutch claw is a mechanic they like almost force you to use. You don't have to use it, but you should use it. You know what I mean? About the mantles, though, I feel like they don't really force you to use it. If you don't want to use a mantle, don't use a mantle. If you want to do a mantle, well, here's several of them that have good utility for you as a player, you know? So I'm glad they kept the mantles, and I'm glad they went for a different mechanic, which in my opinion, it's gonna create even more immersion into the game than you actually have in World. To grind the mental quests again. I have a love-hate relationship with mantles. They are strong and a solid mechanic, but I hate forgetting to use them. I feel you on that. I don't hate forgetting to use them. I hate forgetting to take them off of my character, so then it gets into cooldown. Oh, dude, you man, what I hate even more is forgetting to take them off after the... Yeah, that's exactly it. That's my issue as well with mentals. I just completely forget to take them off. So yeah, I'm one of the things that I'm most excited about, I'm not gonna lie, it's the wound mechanic. Like creating by fucking fighting a monster and creating wounds on the monster and then take advantage of that. I think it's gonna create such a good like immersion into the game. Immersion into the game. Because it's one of the things, sorry for stopping again. It's one of the things that I actually loved about Worlds is that they created it's such an immersion like game in general. You can really get into the game like just, you know, and just bro, when you notice you've been playing for 5 hours and it just looks like it was 5 minutes or something. Taking off is easy. It's covering my sweat drip. And that needs to end ASAP. Lol. Well, that's a good way of putting it. Yeah. I guess that makes sense. But I don't remember that. For some reason I can't remember to take the mantles off. It's just it's so sad. It's so sad sometimes. I started to be more aware with that when I started fighting Elatrian. That's legit when I actually started paying more attention to that. By the way, this is another thing. Okay, so this was in the actual first trailer. Right here, what he's going to do, this is not just something for the trailer. This is actually going to be a skill in the game. So basically what they said, I'm going to show it first. Right here. Right here. This is a skill, by the way. They mentioned that this is a skill that several weapons are going to have. And the Greatsword one, which is this one, it's basically something that you can basically utilize it. So the guard, it's just... Okay, so one thing they brought from Rise is the skills. I don't know. They didn't mention if it's actually going to work exactly like Rise skills, but they did brought skills into the game. And one of them is this. So they have a core mechanic, each weapon, a core skill, that basically will assist you on the hunts. Either it is like a skill that it's like extra damage or something like that, or is a stun lock on the monster, which was this one for the Greatsword. So basically, if you do like a guard, I think with the Greatsword, now you just don't just guard, you actually stun the monster. You know, it like kind of rebounces back to him. Man, this might be the game that gets me to use a GS. Lol, I have tried it in World, but it didn't really click. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, Corn Dog, I feel the same way about Greatsword in this game as you do. Not about in Worlds. I actually liked the Greatsword a lot. It's one of at least one of my most enjoyable weapons to play with. But I think, pardon me, Wild's GS is gonna be fucking awesome. I don't know why. I just, from what I'm seeing, for example, this one as well. And yeah, and then you have this little dash that they just did, which is the second part of the skill. So basically you stun him, or you just rebounce him, the monster back, and then you can do like a dash and do the swipe with the sword. Also here, this is another one from Heavy Bowgun. This is the one from a Heavy Bowgun. What they said about the Heavy Bowgun, because they had, again, the closed beta and the closed like content showcase. And what they said about the Heavy Bowgun is that you can actually do this attack right here, straight up into the monster's mouth. Like, I'm not kidding. They said you can actually like just straight up do this big damage attack with the HBG into the monster's mouth, by the way. Because they actually showcased apparently the example with this monster. I don't recall the name. It's Doggo. I'm just gonna call him the new Doggo. GS is always amazing. I think so too. Except for Rise, I didn't like it. If a weapon I have not really liked makes me excited, I can't wait to see my glaive in Wilds. That's what I mean. Dosha Guma, I think. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Dosha Guma. So yeah, basically that you can actually like, yeah, it's gonna be the skill of the HPG.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
So yeah, as we can see here, you can do an SOS. This reminds me though, the SOS. So basically, there's another thing, and this is, I mean, this started as an L for me, but then they apparently kind of talked a little bit more about it, and I'm not as sad about it as I was. So apparently you will have certain things that you have to do solo. They didn't really specify, I think, if it was like, so main story things that you have to do it solo, but they didn't really specify if it was the actual quest as it is in Rise or if it's just a cutscene as it is in World. That's the thing. They didn't really specify, but they mentioned you do have to do certain parts of the story as solo. I mean, by parts of the story, I'm assuming it might be cutscene or it might be quests. I hope it's not quests though. I don't think it is. I think it's gonna be just like World, but more improved. And what I mean by more improved is just that like your teammates that join your quest, your buddies that join your quest, will be able to just walk around as if they were like in a, I don't know, in a waiting room or something, and you have to watch the cutscene. When the cutscene ends, your buddies will be there. I'm assuming that's what it's going to be. I think that's what makes more sense. You can SOS offline and get AI homies. That's a new information to me as well. Holy shit, that is a W. That is so cool. Bro, that is gonna be fire for new players. So see, this is what I mean. I think they are very, very smart in terms of game design. Like, the worlds, like Monster Hunter Worlds had the same thing. And I think this, yeah, I don't know, bro. I think I'm gonna fucking like, Jesus. I'm gonna have no life when this game comes out. I'm really excited. I think they made, from what my understanding, I think they made a lot of good like design decisions, bro. Me and my I need no AI. Don't worry, Match It. You'd only get AI if you SOS, apparently. Me and my AI homies are gonna destroy the ecosystem for some shoes and shirts, said Carndog. Apparently the AI is good too, lurking to traps and waiting for you when the monster is asleep. Oh, luring to traps, gotcha. Damn, okay. Okay, there you go. Did you see this? This is another skill right here. Another one right here. Did you see this? This is another great sword skill right here. This is not for the trailer. This is actually within the gameplay. This is something that they mentioned about it as well. And the next part that is going to happen is also in the gameplay. Look at this. This right here. Just like you can do the big damage, the big damage attack from the heavy bow gun into the monster's mouth, you will be able to do this apparently. It's called the Clash. What? This, Nizov? Huge, bro. Did they show anything else? No. Just the bonuses that you have. Huge. So the second trailer is where this... Yeah, I did see this one, actually. Yeah, what the GS is doing, each weapon has clash mechanics. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to, like, talk about. That is actually exactly it. I think that's also a huge W for them. I think that's a really, like... In terms of game design decision, it's a really good one. Really good one, like gameplay wise. I really do think they have like they've made more improvements and they will take more W's than L's. Clashing. Apparently, yeah, sign me up too, bro. Okay, there we go.
Over there!
I'm not gonna lie, I'm excited to fight this monster. I'm really fucking excited to fight this monster. I don't know why. I just wanna fight this monster. Like, I really, really wanna fight this monster. I think it's gonna be such a fun fight. And to be fair, do we have any like worm-like creatures, like monsters in World? We don't, right? I wonder if during this clashing thing, will they give my glaive an animation where I stick my weapon in vertically between the monster's mouth, like some anime type shit? Maybe, bro. Maybe. That would make me glaze on Capcom. Wiggler? Well, you do have a worm creature, but not a monster where you can actually fight it, right? But you do have the Wiggler.
There's too many of them!
But you don't have... Do we have like a monster? Like worm monster that we can fight? I don't think we do. Massive Wiggler.
You got it. Be careful. Be ready.
If we can make it to the rocks, we may lose them.
Bro, this shit looks so good. Oh my god, every time I see this, I just go like, bro, I want to play this right now. It just looks so good.
As I feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
What is he using? Is this a glaive? I'm assuming this is a glaive, right?
Feared, it picked up our scent.
I'll handle it. You find someplace safe.
Thank you.
Holy smokes, that probably a new glaive design. Looks nutty. Right? I thought the same thing. Oh, by the way, this reminded me of another thing they discussed about recently. So apparently there's going to be monsters that are connected to events in game as you have in world, and one of them is this guy. One of them is this guy. That's why they mentioned, like, that's why the lightning bolts that he does are very very similar to when we saw in the trailer, like the storm, like the thunderstorm. Um, yeah, it has like a correlation to one to another. By the way, could be a unique thing to him that we can't use to that character, right? I see no DPS numbers. It's normal. It's the trailer, right? I'm pretty sure they're not gonna take DPS numbers. In fact, I think with the wound system, they are actually doubling down on the DPS number thing. People calling this monster Tor Magala. Yeah, they are. I mean, I only heard it twice, and it was from two different videos from the same content creator though. But yeah, they are calling it that. Match it. Why the hell would they? How up? I mean, show up damage numbers in a trailer. Shake my head. Shaking my head. But yeah, so this is going to be connected to an event apparently.
Don't worry, the hunter is here. Just watch. You'll see what hunting is all about.
Bro, what a fucking, I mean, like, holy shit, what a W. What a W. What a W. These are the bonuses. I wanted to go through this though. They put a shit ton of things. A living world. A world with an ever-changing climate, right? That's how you say it, climate. Although, by the way, this reminded me of another thing. They will have another okay, so not only they will have certain monsters to certain areas as they already have, and certain monsters to certain climate changes, right? But they will also have monsters associated to the day and night, by the way. So if you're hunting during the night, you'll find different monsters when you're hunting from when you're hunting during the day. That's also another thing they added, I think, and that they mentioned. And in my personal opinion, I kind of like that. And the reason why I like that is, once again, it creates more immersion into the game. I'm waiting for Wukong more than Wilds, really, but I'll still play Wilds. Wukong also looks like a big, like, good game wishlist, not gonna lie. And hi? Yeah, and hi, by the way. How you doing, bro? What's up, Wish? But Wukong, you mean Black Myth Wukong the game? Yes, that's what he meant. Yeah, there you go, yeah. So yeah, I don't know if you guys knew, but they are going to have like a day and night system where you can actually utilize it. So if you want to hunt certain monsters, you might have to go and hunt them during the night, and then if you're gonna hunt other certain monsters, you might have to go hunt them during the day. Which, to be fair, I think it's cool. I think it creates more immersion. It might be a little frustrating when you're trying to farm certain materials, because you'll have to change it out. If there's a day and night system and we can utilize it to hunt specific monsters, well, that's Pokemon. Not only that, bro, I think since they like have not only monsters connected to events, not only a world that is connected to ever-changing climate, as they're saying, I think adding the day and night system, it makes sense. In my opinion, then again. Night and day monsters, good, said Match It. Straight up Pokemon. Well, not really just Pokemon. Like, Zelda is kind of that way. Palworld is that way. A lot of games are. I think it's a core mechanic from RPG games in general that you do these certain types of like they have this identical cycle. It might. I'm going to be honest. I think it might be. It can if it's not well done, like the actual design of it, it can be frustrating for like grind in general, for the grind in general, and to just get materials and stuff like that. But if they do add a good design, because like throughout the game, that's going to create a lot of immersion, right? Early game, mid game, late game, end game. But then when you get to the phase of actually, grind the materials, that might, I don't know, that might be a little frustrating. Like end game parts of it, I don't know. I'll have to see. It depends. I think it depends a little bit of how they designed it, though. One thing they need to fix about Monster Hunter games: all the damn weapons better be different than looking the same. What do you mean, wishlist? What do you mean? They are doing a rework on. I think they did a rework on every single weapon, by the way. Wishlist from my and I don't know how to spell that word. It's just a Monster Hunter World problem. I have played for you, and they look great relative to its time. Oh, is that what you mean? Changing environments. Yeah, so there you go. Just like you're going to have certain monsters with certain environments, as they are trying to mention here, I think you will also have certain monsters according to the day and night cycle, which I think it makes sense, especially since they did this. I really do think that. Monster herds, yeah, that's another thing. You're going to have monster herds. Okay, so in the Forbidden Lands, you'll encounter not only herds of small monsters, some of the large monsters of the region may also form packs. Each group has its own place in the ecosystem with its own unique movements and behaviors. I think, again, this is a huge W for them. Because I think one of the biggest things, again, I will keep saying this like every single damn time. Worlds, one of the best thing on World, Monster Hunter World, is the immersion you get while playing the game. And by them doing this, I think it's just a W. It's like the second last whatever upgrade is the same as the final upgrade. That's dumb. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, I thought of the same exact thing yesterday when I was looking at the upgrades of the Kulo bow. I thought of the same thing that you're mentioning. I don't know if that's oof. That would be something. Yeah, I don't know. I would like that, but I'm not sure if that would be something they would focus on. To be fair. Okay, so this is about the. This is cool. This is really cool. Ecosystems. Windward plains. So they are just showing the same exact, okay. But how does it look with the different ecosystems? That's cool as well. This is cool. This is really cool. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but if I am, then fuck it. Can't do anything about it. But yeah, I think I pretty much talked about everything that I wanted to talk about, that I got kind of excited with. The hunter's handler. Oh, she's the Smitty. Interesting. So whoever said she's going this one, Alma. Oh my god, that's a Portuguese word. I think that's a Portuguese word. Wait, I've been speaking English for days now, but I think this is a Portuguese word. This means soul in Portuguese, by the way. Interesting. Gemma. Nada. Oh yeah, world problem for sure. Wait, is it? I don't know if it's just a world problem. Really? What other Monster Hunter games have you played makes you say that? Rise? I'm actually curious if this shows up in the other series. Oh. Does Rise do the same? I don't remember actually. Then it's a Gen 5 problem? Well, if Rise does the same, it is a Gen 5 problem. But yeah, by the way, guys, I don't know if I'm actually forgetting something or not. I will let you know one thing though. I'm gonna share with you guys these videos though, because these videos from RX Gaming are actually really well done and really good. So there you go, and there you go. These two were the ones that I most enjoyed watching. He explains it very well. He did a really good research about it as well. And yeah, those are definitely a W.
Hey guys,
Those are definitely a W. Let me just check
Hey
if
guys,
I
it's
did.
Par-
Yeah, okay. I did do the two different ones. It is amazing, right? He did a really good research, bro. He did a really fucking good research. I hope they add more black dragons than worlds. I mean, I've thought of that, Matchit. They didn't mention anything, but I've been thinking about that, and the conclusion that I came to was they will if it does make sense according to the ecosystem, right? Because at the end of the day, um, let's put it this way. At the end of the day, I just noticed my camera is really fucking low. Really fucking high for you guys. Okay. At the end of the day, um, the black dragons are connected to the ecosystem, right? And how the story develops. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work and what they have in mind for that. I really don't. But that's the conclusion I came to. I want to see Gore Magala. That monster is sick and would be amazing with Gen 6 graphics. To be fair, Nizov, I'm not wishing to have repeated monsters because at the end of the day, I've only played Monster Hunter World until the end, like actual end game, and Rise I didn't. Because at the end of the day, whatever monster shows up, if it's not from Worlds, which there will be for sure, Rathalos and Raytheon, I'm pretty sure they're going to be. There's a lot of other monsters that I'm sure it will be there. Any other monster from any other game will be new for me. So Gore Magala was a horrible fight for me back in For You. I wonder how they are gonna make it more tolerable, fucking hell, you get the point, or more miserable to run through. Well, we'll just have to wait and see, man. That's pretty much it. I do know for sure that they are going to have a demo out. I think it's in August when when they do another reveal, more like bigger reveal of the game. They are also launching a demo, and I don't think like it's a free demo for everybody to play. I think so. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. I can't confirm that. Nobody said anything about that except for them. So I don't really know. I don't really know. Obviously, new monsters will be rad to see. I can only add existing monsters to my wish list. Yeah, exactly. So at the end of the day, I have a different perspective because I didn't play a lot of the fucking Monster Hunter games as you guys did. So at the end of the day, they will kind of be this like new to me, so it will be the same anyways. I have though been thinking on playing Rise, at least off stream. I'm not sure if I'm going to do content on it, but I wanted to at least play Rise because I do know that you do have other monsters in Rise that you don't have in Worlds, and that also come from like previous games of Monster Hunter, and I at least wanted to be somewhat familiar with them. But yeah, I've only played World and Rise. Well, but that's what I'm saying. For example, in Rise, there's a lot of other new monsters that either came from previous Monster Hunter games or that are actually new. And since I I couldn't play Rise until the end. I didn't get to that part where you actually have new monsters, right? Although I would like to see the Lamador just to see how the fight is. That would be interesting, yeah. That's the Giga, like, huge, massive monster, right? If I recall correctly from what you guys said. World and Rise are good places to start. Don't go back to the older games. It's not bad, just really janky. Oh, no, I know. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about at least, like, going through the whole game, like Monster Hunter Rise game, just for me to be acquainted with other monsters and stuff, you know? Yeah, giant snake wyvern. That would be cool. Oh, by the way, there's not going to be fighting underwater. They also mentioned that. They also mentioned there's not going to be fighting underwater, by the way. At all. So yeah, that's another thing. I don't know if that's a W or an L because I've never actually played fights underwater in Monster Hunter World, but I know that there were a lot of people asking for like to understand if there was actually going to be fighting underwater or not. No underwater combat is a massive W. Oh yeah, thank fuck for no underwater. It's so annoying. Okay, yeah, there you go. I knew there were people that really weren't like were stressing out. Let's just say they were stressing out apparently. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. Not for today though. I'll be on later on with the Monster Hunter World stream probably. But I do want to go record some more content that I've been working on and work a little bit more on those. I've been planning some videos and actually like I wanted to go back and start actually doing some more actual videos and not just, you know, take content from my live streams. But yeah, so I gotta go get lunch. It's 2:30 p.m. over here. I haven't eaten. I really just, you know, woke up, started seeing a lot of new things about Monster Hunter Wilds, and I was like, I gotta go live. I gotta talk about this. You know, I'm excited. But yeah, all right, GG's, man. Have a great lunch. Thank you, Corn Dog. I'll see you guys later. All right, I'll see you guys later. Yeah, I'll keep you posted in Discord. But yeah, appreciate you all being here, man. Thank you for the talk. I really, I'm fucking excited. I just hope they, oh man, I just hope the game is good. You know, just hope the game is fucking like I want to waste hours and hours on end on the game. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what I want to do. But yeah, I'll see you guys later, and as usual, peace.